I believe it only becomes a risk if y'all just trying to be sexual and try to fool them. That is their damn birthright to know.
No.
So let me ask.
No. So now that's from her point of view. From a man's point of view, because you didn't disclose this information, he would already think that you're trying to fool him, that you're trying to pull the wool over his eyes or the peen over his eyes.
Gladi versus the algorithm, no fake decision. Every make it cross-examined. Truth hit harder when it's candid. Gladi versus the algorithm, mind stay driven. If it's delusion, I'm breaking the vision. Press play, welcome to the collision. You can keep scrolling, or you can start thinking.
Welcome to another reaction video here on Gladi versus the algorithm. This one is a very different video from what we typically do on this channel, but I feel like it's an important conversation. It's, give you a heads up, two transgender people. They discuss when, as a transgender, do you disclose the fact that you are transgender to someone that's potentially going to date you. Let's get right into it.
Y'all chop around that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So listen, let's talk. Let's get into some stuff that's fun.
Well, listen, we can always get to stuff that's fun. So are you dating?
I am currently not dating, but I am not in a position to date because I'm not mentally able to give somebody peace.
So people think that we as trans women are like this thing that men hide, and which is the case. Which is some cases,
in most cases,
when we're prostitutes or tricking off.
I think that's going to be the case most of the time, mainly because there's a stigma when it comes to men and being out of the norm when it comes to sexuality, right? Now, I don't knock it. It's not a lifestyle that's for me. I wouldn't hide it because I wouldn't go into it to begin with. But I think a lot of times when guys have these kinks or these desires, they look at their peers who are in normal relationships and they tend not to jump into these things, or even if they do, they will try to hide it. A lot of times they do it as a fetish as well. They'll be in full-on relationships or marriages and they'll get into these situations with a transgender person and hide it.
Or some guy. But there are men who date us openly.
Absolutely.
As
a matter of fact, all my fucking boyfriends dated me.
I know nigga how.
So y'all bitches need to step y'all pussy up.
Come on, bitch.
Because there's some shit that bitches like me ain't going for. Now let me cook. Can I cook?
Cook.
You're not coming in my fucking house with no poo shiesty. You're not coming in here with that hood on with drawstring and bitch, I can only see 15% of your face. I'm not letting you in through the back. You're not coming up the fire escape. Fucking no. Find somebody else. I'm not going for that. When you set the record straight right now, it's shit. When I meet guys, I may be wrong. I don't tell them my tea instantly. You need to see me out. Take me to the mall.
Tell me why.
Take me to the mall because I believe that when you tell guys from the beginning, upon meeting and y'all exchange numbers, I feel like you kind of scare them off if you tell them I'm trans or I'm used to be a man.
Obviously, you'd scare them off, especially if it's a heterosexual male. Now, I don't agree with this at all. So she's saying you have to be out and about with her first prior to her disclosing the fact that she's trans. I don't agree with that. Now, the reason I don't agree with that is, all right, let me put it this way. Generally, women think men generally have fragile egos, right? Why would you put yourself in a position with someone that has a fragile ego in order to get some kind of gratification out of it, right? Now, that risk that you're taking to get that gratification can mean a lot of danger. So I don't agree with this at all, but let's see if she cleans it up.
Or I'm not a real woman, that kind of puts doubt in their mind. But to me, and I'm only speaking on myself, because it works out for me every time.
For you.
For me, it works out every time.
So the one thing that I would say is when people say, I'm only speaking for myself, but yet you're on a huge platform, you can't assume that the people listening that might be in your shoes, when I say in your shoes, I mean trans, you can't assume that they're going to take it with a grain of salt. You have to assume that they'll then try whatever it is she's about to say to try. That can lead to people putting themselves in danger. So I don't agree with that either. This is not going well so far.
Go to the movies. So we go out to eat and we go to the movies. We go to the mall. Ma'am, would you like your receipt in the bag? He's hearing all of that. He's gathering all of that. I met his homeboys. You know what I mean? Where even if it was for a brief second, if he had to pull up and drop, hey, take this little, we drop some weed. His friend like, damn, this shoot.
So here's the problem with that. You're going around town with this person, pretty much painting the town red. You're outside, you're being seen, you're bringing this person around your friends, and now it's like you're sort of invested, right? You're spending money, right? You're sort of invested into this to an extent, obviously. Now, if push comes to shove and things get nasty or things hit the fan, let's say somebody checks her social media and now they're seeing that this person is out as trans and you don't know, right? Because you didn't have this conversation and all your friends already seen you with this trans person. So now shit hits the fan, and remember, we have a fragile ego. What would you expect to happen afterwards? Now, I'm not advocating any sort of violence whatsoever. What I'm saying is you cannot determine how someone will react in this situation. So to go against her advice, I would say before you get to the point where you're having this man spend money, or even worse, get into a space where you're being intimate, this needs to be disclosed. Now, does it have to be disclosed immediately? Shaking hands, hey, I'm transgender? No, it doesn't have to. But if you shake hands, you meet each other, you introduce yourselves to one another, you exchange numbers. Now, when he starts talking about dating or going somewhere, going to hang out, I think that's the time where you disclose this information. You do not hold the information any time past that, because then it gets dangerous.
Oh, hey, none of his friends suspected anything. So when I dished the dirt to him, it's like, damn, I just had this bitch at the mall. She done met the homeboys. You know, I done spent her through the block. I done went out to eat with her. If I didn't know and nobody else knew, I can get at a shot. I wouldn't mind doing that again, taking her out again.
That is not going to be the general response to this situation. I honestly feel like she might be speaking obviously from privilege, because she's probably experienced it at some point. I don't think that's a situation that happens majority of the times, unless the males that she's seeking out or the males that she's meeting are not fully straight males. Like, they're not totally heterosexual. These are guys that probably want to experiment. Because as a man, I'd be able to tell if this person was in front of me, whether or not this person was born a man or a woman. There are features there that would throw everything off. I don't care what hormones you get to get your breast plumped. I don't care what BBL you get. It's really hard to hide. You have to really, really, really be passable. There's just too much going on, especially in this person's face, where this person would not be passable. Not for me. Not for me, at least. I'm sorry.
I feel like it kind of scares people off when you just give them that punch, that blow from the beginning.
So you don't think that that's a risk?
I don't think it's a risk because it's not sexual.
Good question.
I
believe it only becomes a risk if y'all just trying to be sexual and try to fool them. That is their damn birthright to know.
No.
So let me ask.
No. So now that's from her point of view. From a man's point of view, because you didn't disclose this information, he would already think that you're trying to fool him, that you're trying to pull the wool over his eyes or the peen over his eyes.
This question. Let me play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if you say in the beginning that you're trans, it becomes sexual only?
Absolutely. And it will make it so. What make it even worse is, God, like, damn, she a fat ass shorty, you know, damn, little mama, all of that, whoop de whoop. And we go to exchange number. Oh, baby, I gotta tell you something. You know, I'm not a woman. Are you sure? How big that dick is?
Whoa.
Or you suck dick?
I'm sorry.
No. How big is that dick?
Oh,
I said it the way I wanted to say it.
okay. So
I said it exactly the way I wanted to
that's
say it.
how you
Even
get
though
it?
I really don't mind, but still.
Oh, you get your dick sucked?
I'm a top.
Oh.
A star one
So-
at that.
So all right,
Yeah.
okay. Now see, this is me still playing devil's advocate here, Lexi.
I ain't playing devil's advocate.
Oh,
This is my.
So this person obviously still has the male genitalia. If a man is willing to go as far as sexually with you, that man is not a straight male. Not in my opinion. Now, they would combat it by saying men typically love the female aesthetic. So being that this person is somewhat passable as a female, I think this person feels like if this person was to get a male to have sex, then he wouldn't be gay. He would be straight because this person passes as a female. So you lost me there.
I play devil's advocate on this side. So when you meet gentlemen and they take you out to the mall and they take you to the store, you don't tell them whatever.
Yeah.
And then you tell them later on, and then they have this whole experience in their mind or whatever. Then how do you go about?
I feel like if you love me, love all of me.
Well, how do you go about telling that you want to fuck them in the ass after that?
You know what? I can't really, because I'll be real, very home. Listen,
How you tell them
what that mean? I'm saying like, listen, I'll let you do. Yeah, so if I let you, no, baby, I'm going first.
Wait a minute. So are you a verse top?
I'm really a stern top, but I will verse
I don't
if
know
it's my
these
boyfriend. I ain't
terms
versing for
and
nothing
phrases,
else.
so
You know what? I watched all my girlfriends get out in the street and cat fight me out, mix and take out a whole fucking zip code about a nigga that was passing dick around to all of them. I skipped that whole stage because I was always the top, so I feel like that's dangerous. I don't want no nigga that's. You know what I mean? I've watched my girlfriends gang war and get out in the street and cat fight me out mix over a nigga with a big dick. I don't care about you having no big dick. I care about you having a fat butt. So that's come far and few in between. It worked. It's been working.
wow. So I think this is where we're going to end this video. I don't think I need to hear any more. It was a lot. So we're going to stop the video here. But to the trans community, be careful out there. Please don't put yourselves in a situation where you can be hurt or unalived, because some men do have fragile egos, and there's no telling what they would do to keep that secret a secret. Now, will you get lucky and find men that are with it? Yes. But I feel like the earlier you disclose it is the sooner you'd find out. And it would be the safest bet to do it early than late. Wow, this was a doozy. Sheesh. Hopefully you enjoyed this content. If you did, please like and subscribe. And remember to make some noise in the comment section. And let me know if I beat the algorithm today. We'll catch you on the next one.
Scrolling through the chaos with a side-eye look. Everybody tough when they hiding in a book. Hot take colder than the truth they dodge. Confidence loud, but the facts on pause. See a fake guru, yeah, I smell it quick. Whole lot of talk, not an ounce of sense. Everybody viral, everybody right till I hit play and turn on the lights. I ain't here to play nice with the man.